Hello everyone, myself Vandana Pulati, tutor from Department of Pharmacology, Rural Medical College, Luni. Okay, today's our topic is about prescription writing and some CCR related to peptic ulcer. In this practical, we are going to see what is peptic ulcer, what are the symptoms of peptic ulcer, how this disease is caused, and what is the treatment of peptic ulcer. Peptic ulcer. A localized loss of gastric as well as duodenal mucosa leads to the formation of peptic ulcer, a term that includes both gastric as well as duodenal ulcer. So what is peptic ulcer? It is a localized loss of gastric as well as duodenal mucosa leads to the formation of peptic ulcer, a term that includes both gastric as well as duodenal ulcer. Peptic ulcer arises when the normal mucosal defense mechanism, that is mucus, mucosal blood flow, formation of HCO3 and prostaglandins are impaired, or due to overproduction by the damaging factors like acid, pepsin, NSAIDs and Helicobacter pylori. The common forms of peptic ulcers are duodenal ulcer, gastric ulcer, stress ulcer, NSAIDs induced ulcer, that is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug induced ulcer. Diagnosis: there may be a presence of occult blood in feces. Barium male X-ray shows the presence of ulcer creature. H. pylori infection can be detected by urea breath test, but this test may provide false negative result if used after the treatments with proton pump inhibitors. Symptoms include abdominal discomfort usually occurs in epigastric area, upper middle part of the abdomen, radiating to the back, described as dull gnawing. Ache comes and goes for several days. Pain may increase when the stomach is empty at night or half to 3 hours after meal. Pain is relieved by eating an antacid medications. Helicobacter pylori. H. pylori is a gram-negative bacillus that colonizes the stomach and the duodenum. What is H. pylori? It is a gram-negative bacillus that colonizes the stomach and the duodenum. The infection is acquired by fecal-oral route. Okay. The H. pylori bacteria excretes the enzyme urease, which converts urea into ammonia and bicarbonate. Okay, H. pylori bacteria excretes the enzyme urease, which converts urea into ammonia and bicarbonate. The release of ammonia neutralizes the acidic environment in the stomach, which explains the difficulty in destroying the H. pylori bacterium. Ammonia is toxic to the epithelial cell and damage them. Hence, the beginning of a stomach ulcer takes its course. Drug therapy of peptic ulcer. The drug used are drugs which neutralizes gastric acid, that is antacid. They are systemic antacids and non-systemic antacid. Systemic antacid include sodium bicarbonate, and non-systemic antacid aluminum hydroxide, magnesium trisilicate, magnesium hydroxide, calcium carbonate. Drugs which reduces gastric acid secretion, they are H2 receptor antagonist, proton pump inhibitors, anticholinergic and prostaglandin analogs. H2 receptor antagonists are cimetidine, ranitidine, famotidine, nizatidine. Proton pump inhibitor, omeprazole, lansoprazole, pantoprazole, rabeprazole, esomeprazole. Anticholinergics are propanthelin, piperazine, talanzapine. Prostaglandin analogs, misoprostol, enprostil, rioprostil. Mucus protective drugs, that is sucralfate, colloidal bismuth, subcitrate. Anti-Helicobacter pylori drugs, they are mainly given in combination. They are amoxicillin, clarithromycin, tetracycline, metronidazole, bismuth, subsalicylate. Now we will see the preferred therapies for eradication of H. pylori infection. The combination of two antibiotics with a proton pump inhibitor is the most efficacious in eradicating H. pylori because H. pylori becomes less virulent in absence of acid. Okay, PPI also exhibit antimicrobial property in vitro against H. pylori and lower the minimal inhibitory concentration of antibiotics against H. pylori. All proton pump inhibitor except pantoprazole have been approved by FDA in various combination of antibiotics for eradication of H. pylori. Now, the drugs combinations are triple therapy, quadruple therapy and sequential therapy. In triple therapy, we will see the drugs. Omeprazole, it is given, or instead of omeprazole, we can also give lansoprazole along with clarithromycin, amoxicillin or metronidazole. The dose of omeprazole is 20 mg BD, clarithromycin 500 mg BD, amoxicillin 1 gram BD or metronidazole 500 mg BD. Next combination, that is the triple therapy combination, ranitidine bismuth citrate 400 mg BD plus clarithromycin 500 mg BD plus metronidazole 500 mg BD or clarithromycin 500 mg BD. Next is quadruple therapy. It is for 14 days. Omeprazole or lansoprazole 20 mg BD plus bismuth subsalicylate 2 tabs QID plus metronidazole 250 mg QID plus tetracycline 500 mg QID. Sequential therapy, it is for 10 days. For first 1 to 5 days, omeprazole or lansoprazole 20 mg BD plus amoxicillin 1 gram BD followed by days 6 to 10. Omeprazole or lansoprazole 20 mg BD plus clarithromycin 500 mg BD plus tinidazole 500 mg BD. Now we will see the drugs. In triple therapy, omeprazole. Omeprazole, it is a proton pump inhibitor. These are acid labile and can be destroyed by gastric acid. So they are available in enteric coated formulation. Remember, omeprazole, it is mainly available in enteric coated formulation. Clarithromycin, it is a macrolide which inhibit protein synthesis in bacteria, which is highly active against H. pylori. Okay, amoxicillin, it is a penicillin. Metronidazole, it is an nitroimidazole derivative which is effective in eradicating H. pylori infection. Okay. In this table, the combination therapy for 14 days provides the greater efficacy compared to 7 to 10 days therapy, that is short term therapy. Okay. There is also a dual therapy which is now outdated and is not recommended these days as eradication rate with this drug is less than 80%. Success rate are higher with triple therapy comparable to dual therapy. So dual therapy is not mostly recommended, triple therapy is recommended. If there is failure of H. pylori eradication with triple therapy, okay, if there is failure of H. pylori eradication with triple therapy, then quadruple therapy should be considered as a next step. Okay, sequential therapy, it is a newly introduced which has demonstrated 90% eradication rate with good patient tolerance. Okay, now this H. pylori eradication therapy is indicated mostly in duodenal and gastric ulcer. Okay, this therapy of H. pylori eradication is more indicated for duodenal and gastric ulcer and not for NSAIDs induced ulcer. Okay. So moving towards our prescription, peptic ulcer due to H. pylori. Okay, so before writing a prescription, we should write doctor's detail like the doctor's name, its qualification, registration number, place and date. Also we should mention the patient details and then give RX symbol and start writing a prescription. Okay, so the drugs given in peptic ulcer are capsule omeprazole 20 mg BD for 1 week, Then tab clarithromycin 500 mg BD for 1 week. Tab amoxicillin 1 gram BD for 1 week and follow up after 1 week. Okay, here instead of amoxicillin also we can use metronidazole. Okay, for majority of cases initially 1 week therapy of triple drug is recommended. Okay, for majority of cases we recommended the 1 week therapy of triple drug, okay, which achieves H. pylori eradication in up to 85% cases. Okay, the 2-week triple drug regimen offer the high eradication rate of H. pylori up to 96%. Okay, the 2-week triple drug regimen offers the high eradication as compared to 1 week. Okay, but they provide more adverse effects. Okay, 2 weeks therapy provides more adverse effects and are more expensive and compliance is poor. Okay, so initially we prefer the 1 week therapy only. Okay, here they should be reserved, that is the 2-week therapy should be reserved for patient not achieving complete eradication with 1 week regimen. Okay, here in some cases we can also use colloidal bismuth subcitrate. Okay, since bismuth is active against H. pylori and resistance does not develop to it, combination regimen including bismuth may be used in case of metronidazole and clarithromycin double resistance. Okay, when there is resistance to metronidazole and clarithromycin we can use colloidal bismuth subcitrate. Okay, now we will see the drugs used in NSAIDs ulcer. NSAIDs induced ulcer. Aspirin and other NSAIDs are known to cause dyspepsia and symptomatic gastric ulcer, particularly when given in large doses and for long period as in rheumatoid arthritis. Misoprostol 400 microgram BID with NSAIDs daily reduce complication by about 40%. The drug, however, causes diarrhea and is expensive. Proton pump inhibitors are equally effective and they are less expensive. H2 receptor antagonists such as famotidine may also offer protection against NSAIDs-induced dyspepsia. So moving towards the CCR. Here the condition is a 36 years old male truck driver came with complaints of pain in abdomen, sensation in the left epigastric region which is relieved after taking food. He is a smoker and alcoholic with love for spicy food. He has been diagnosed to have peptic ulcer disease and started the treatment. Please read carefully, criticize and rewrite the prescription. H. pylori infection is present over here. Okay. So the drugs given are tablet ranitidine 150 mg. Take 1 tab orally twice daily for 10 days. Tab ibuprofen 400 mg. Take 1 tab orally twice daily for 10 days. Okay. So here the treatment given for the patient is ranitidine and ibuprofen. Okay, here ranitidine, it is a H2 blocker and it reduces gastric acid secretion, but proton pump inhibitors are much better than ranitidine, so we can replace ranitidine by proton pump inhibitor. Okay, the next drug is ibuprofen. Okay, ibuprofen, it is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs which accelerates the peptic ulcer. Okay, also it blocks the production of prostaglandin. Okay, also no treatment is started for H. pylori, so the given prescription is wrong. Now we will see the correct answer for this case and the correct prescription. So moving towards our answer, the above prescription is wrong. In the given prescription, doctor's name, degree, registration number, address and date of examination is not written. Okay, patient name, age, sex, address is also not mentioned. RX symbol is also not given. Doctor's signature and registration number is also not mentioned. Okay, ranitidine, it is a H2 blocker and it reduces acid secretion, but proton pump inhibitors are far better on performance scale over H2 blockers for reducing the acid secretion. So ranitidine can be replaced by omeprazole. Okay, omeprazole, it is a proton pump inhibitor. Also, there is no treatment for H. pylori infection is started. Okay, smoking, then alcohol, spicy food precipitate pain and development of ulcer. They should be restricted or avoided if possible. Okay, ibuprofen, which has been added to relieve pain, actually accelerates development of peptic ulcer, and it is contraindicated in peptic ulcer. Okay, it is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug with property to inhibit prostaglandins, which are protective for gastric mucosa. Okay, ibuprofen, it is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug which inhibits prostaglandins, and this prostaglandin act as a protective for gastric mucosa. So our correct prescription is, here before writing prescription, write the doctor's detail and the patient information. Okay, give RX symbol and start writing the prescription. The medication given over here are capsule omeprazole 20 mg 2 times a day for 1 week. Then tablet clarithromycin 500 mg 2 times a day for 1 week. Tablet amoxicillin 1 gram 2 times a day for 1 week. Follow up after 1 week. Okay, below do the sign and registration number. So thank you all of you. Complete your journal, copy down all the prescriptions and CCR in your journals, and also take care.